Hey.
Hey, welcome back, everybody.
Hey.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Say hi, G.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Say hi. Happy Saturday to everybody.
Yep. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday.
Yeah, hi.
All
So you want to say
what's
hi to
going
everybody?
on, everybody?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
Look here.
Look at this camera.
right
Hi.
there. All right.
Okay, so breaking news, everybody.
Breaking news, everybody. All
Say
right.
hi.
Panda made a Boulder Bear.
Okay.
Come on now.
Write down Purple Panda.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
All right.
That's all.
Hey, what's up?
my
All right. Yep. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Write down. No.
Boy. Take a breath.
All right.
No, let's restart the intro.
Yeah.
No doubt, right?
No. All right. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Justin Cardoza. I am a psychic medium known as the Tragic Medium. This is my wife, Roseanne
Hello.
Cardoza. She is a paraphilosopher and an intuitive reader as well.
I am.
You are. And we just want to thank everybody for joining us. So please make sure that you hit if you haven't already, make sure you hit the like button. That's the thumb up.
Oh, yeah.
As well as make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon because we go live every Saturday night giving away free spirit readings. It's a free give back. It's something that I feel incredibly passionate about, that we have to give back to the community that's given us so much.
Yep.
And so, psychic mediums are few and far between, accurate ones,
Really good ones.
legit ones.
Damn good ones.
And so I make it a personal mission to provide as many free readings as I can through this platform. And so I just want to thank everybody for joining us once again. Now, we also do answer questions and card readings as well, which
Good.
are charged
Yes,
at
those are-
$25, and there's a reason for that. Because we give a full and complete card spread. Okay, we tell the entire story and give you a roadmap on how to make things better.
Yep.
All right?
Let's get better.
Really?
Sorry.
That's okay. All right, so again,
It's not
Thanks.
one card. It's not 3 cards. It's the full Monty.
yeah, it's the full shebangy bang.
Yeah.
All right, so
I like
let's
that
see
better.
who's on. All right, we got, hey, what's up, Tara? CS, Reagan, Ima, Jolisha.
Hey.
What's going on? What's up, Shay?
Shay.
All
B.
right.
Hi, B. CS.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see
Chelsea,
here. Lily.
Nancy.
Hi. Rocio,
Toya.
Toya.
Welcome,
If
welcome.
you guys are new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up. It's important that you like it. Thumbs up and the bell. You gotta do the bell. And if you feel that you can also copy the link if you're on mobile and go over to Facebook and share it with your people on Facebook, because you never know who is going to need to hear the message, right?
That's true. And what is the message? The message is the fact that love never dies.
Absolutely.
Okay? We have seen it time and time again.
Absolutely.
Where people's loved ones come through from the other side bringing messages of hope, of faith, reassurance to the ones that are still left here that are still dealing with that loss.
Right.
With that being said, I have found over the many, many years of doing this, 17 years, well, this is year number 18 of doing this professionally, right? That a lot of people will come on and wonder why they don't get a reading for X amount of time. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I have found that the highest likelihood for success for me when doing readings is when somebody has really fully come to accept the loss. That's not diminishing. I don't mean that to be diminishing anyone's pain or anything like that. I've just noticed that if a loss is still fresh,
Yeah.
that it's difficult to come through. And there's a number of factors to that, whether it be on that side or this side. Okay? And so really, what I tell people to do is to pray, talk to their folks that are on the other side, ask them to come through to give you signs. The thing is, though, you have to be open to that message. You have to be open to the signs that come through. You have to be open to whoever it is that decides to come through. Another thing that tends to block people is the fact that they come in with some sort of a preconceived notion. Right? So I'm trying to get back with 2020. I'm trying to get back to basics, back to fundamentals to help people get a more successful reading, whether it is with me or with someone else. Mm-hmm. Okay? And so really when you choose a psychic or a psychic medium, it's important to have an understanding of who that person is, whether it be references or you've seen them in action. In today's day and age, back in the day, it used to only be references, right?
Yep.
But now with YouTube and Facebook, you can actually see people in action. Always go with your gut, right? You want to book an appointment with somebody who speaks to you, who you feel you can connect with. That's number one. Number two is the fact that sorry, that messed me up. Number two is that you always want to be, you have to be open to whoever it is that comes through. A lot of times people will have an idea of who they want to come through, and that may not necessarily be the person that comes through for you. It may be somebody else. Mm-hmm. You know?
That's very common.
Yeah, so
and there are people who come through that somebody hops on and they get scared because they're like, wait, what is this? And a spirit comes through because they're like, hey, they're going to find any means to get to their loved one.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That just shows you the true passion and the true vigor of love. Like, I mean, what it will do. So much that it scares the bejesus out of people to where they...
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where they're like, this is not the format for me. I don't want to do a full spirit reading on here. Because it is intimate. It's personal, you know? And, you know, it just... It goes that way, you know? There's different ways. So, why don't you tell them... Yeah, you're a little croaky, you know, a little... Froggy, you're getting over.
Yeah, getting over being sick.
Yeah,
so, you know,
and you got Coffee McGee over here, our producer, taco show Dominic. You guys know, everybody's getting over their illness.
It's been a rough week. It has been a rough week.
Been a rough week for me.
Yeah, you've been fighting it off.
2 weeks of dealing with this. So
I was good, man. I was good, and then all of a sudden. Wham.
So,
got me.
Before we get into that, why don't you tell people, I'm just sharing this right now because, you know, I want to share it.
Share,
people.
Like, share, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, and I'm feeling the spirit tonight. How about you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so, you know, I'm wondering if our thing is working over here. Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Why, are you seeing comments?
I don't know. I just saw Intuitive Bot pop up.
Yes, Min is working. That is what I see.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, so how's everybody's week been? I know for us, it's been fighting sniffles and Googles. Oh man, yeah, and it's been rough. Yeah, thank you, Jaleisha. Yeah, and it's been cuckoo magoo. And Roseanne's been fighting it off like a champ with
elderberry and apple cider vinegar. I'm so acidic. I'm like a lemon.
Sour. Just sour.
I'm sour. Instead of being salty.
Ooh, that's true.
I'm sour.
All right.
And then, so, yeah, I am doing that now. What else has been going on?
What's been going on?
Well, I know that, I'm just trying to catch up with the comments here while you were talking. So still trying to get used to this little, concoction that Dominic has set up. It's all good though. What has been going on besides working and meditating, getting some interesting things and meditations that I'm still trying to sort through? All in all, 2020 is, what are we, 18 days in, and light years ahead of where we were last year. I feel like 2020 is the beginning of not just a great year, but a great decade. And I know that it is for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
2019 was kind of for many people, right? What? There's no other way to put it.
No.
But other than politely.
Mm-hmm.
And so, 2020, we have to all decide that we're going into 2020 full of faith. And if your faith isn't there yet, let's go into it with some hope, right? All right. Well, welcome, JD. Welcome. First time that he's seeing us live. He or she is seeing us live. All right.
Now, why don't you tell people how you work? Because Justin, who is a psychic medium, okay, he also has the Holy Spirit gift of discernment. So if you're not familiar with what that is being able to tell the difference between good versus evil. I mean, let's just give it to it straight. I'm not going to do
That's
light
what it
and
is.
dark. No, it's good versus evil. Justin only works from the light. It's really important that everybody understands that, because believe it or not, people will ask, is my loved one in heaven? It's like, which is shocking. He doesn't do anything dark. When we do card readings, they're angel card readings, okay? So that is how we work. We only work from the light. And Justin reads energy. So it's important for you, if you are wanting to hear a message tonight from your loved one, that you have to be open. You got to give permission to your loved ones that you want to hear from them. That it's okay for them to talk to Justin. It's very important that you do that. He is a professional psychic medium. He's been doing this for now going on 18 years.
18 years.
Right? And so it's not a game for him. This is not a joke. Okay, we started out on Facebook. We've transferred over to YouTube. Sometimes we simulcast. But, this is the real deal. And so these messages, they need to get out there far and wide to people, because we're trying to reach as many people as we possibly can with the message of love and light. That sounds so hokey. I hate that. But it's the truth, because guess what? Darkness hunts in a pack, and they work together in a pack. Well, we're working in a pack as well. So with that being said, okay, I know that a lot of you come on here, and we so appreciate every one of you coming on here. And if we're not reading your comments right now, we'll get to them here in a second. But I just want to make sure that everybody understands how he works. This is Give Back Saturday night with the spirit readings. Justin, if the spirit comes through, the spirits definitely take precedence.
Absolutely.
He will give you clues, and they're usually very unusual clues. We ask people to refrain from inferring, like adding things to what he says, because what he gets in his head is what he's giving you. It's very important that you understand that. I know that there's the energy can be very overwhelming of desperation and just anxiety and sadness at times.
Definitely.
So it's important for you all to just keep, open, because there's sometimes people miss those clues, and it really is for somebody else. But
Right.
because people are grasping at every little thing, that person is afraid to speak up.
And the
So,
thing is, you've also, if it makes sense
if
for
it
you,
makes
please
sense for
make-
you, do
say
speak
something,
up, because
you
it
know.
is important. He wants to. So when those clues come together, he's going to be drawn to several of you, and he's going to weed you out with each verification that comes through. There's
Right.
generally about 3 until he feels like a click with himself intuitively, okay? Psychically.
Sounds right.
All right?
Yep.
It's like a seatbelt clicking together, and he knows that he is with that person. Okay? Now, as far that is a give back, like we said at the beginning. But in order for us to keep coming on here and doing these give backs, all we ask that you subscribe and you like, give us the thumbs up, make sure you hit the bell so when you get notified when we go live again. Okay? Go and follow us and like our page over on Facebook. And give us a thumbs up on here. We're on TikTok now as The Intuitive Couple. We're on Instagram as The Intuitive Couple. The Intuitive Couple YT. Sorry.
It has the in
The,
it.
yeah. And so we gonna make some fun things on TikTok.
On
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah.
What's up, Neuro? Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah. And so, and we're also on Twitter. I'm not really a Twitter fan.
Welcome back, Kristen. K.
But, we are like amping it up for 2020. Yo, it is our
Definitely.
year.
It's on. It's on and popping.
Yeah.
On and popping, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right.
So, okay. With that being said,
So with that,
woo,
things like TikTok and Instagram, and hey, we are open to ideas for those little snippet type of things, like kind of things that you may want to see. If it's like tips or little daily mini reads, I don't know. We're trying to still figure it out, work it all out, but
I got ideas.
you got ideas.
Oh, God, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What's
Um,
that then?
So, all right. That's my last one. I'm not sharing anymore. Everybody else needs to share.
Yeah, it's fine.
Must share one more.
No. Okay, so I do want to give a special shout out. Tonight I am wearing
It would help if you get it out from under your collar.
oh. That's so funny. Okay. So, my necklace and my bracelets that I am wearing tonight, I know you probably can't see them, but my necklace tonight has been made by our very own Lily. She is in our chat, and you can find her Etsy store. It is Lily B444 on the Etsy store. So if you are familiar with Etsy, okay, it's ETSY.com. I'm sorry. Where all the home, it's just a cool place. I know if you are on here, most of you people know about Etsy. So go check Lily out. Lily B444 is her store. Okay, so definitely want to go check her out because her jewelry is awesome. So I want to thank her so much because she sent me a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't want to wear it all on here tonight,
Gotta spread it out.
Gotta spread it out.
Spread it
Yeah,
out.
if you really want to do it, I'll leave a link down below in the description.
Yeah.
Which I'm just updating now.
And I can send that
All right,
to you.
cool.
So now, Dom, I'll send that to you. Hold on.
I already did it.
Oh, okay, well. Anyway.
Cool enough.
Yeah, so now I feel like we're leaving something out. Am I leaving something out? I got the Jonas Brothers stuck in my head.
Is that one that was just playing before?
Mm-hmm.
Tim Carrier. I haven't been to Walmart. Been to Walmart approximately 10 times this week. Haven't run into you guys once.
No,
You guys
'cause
start
you've
going
been
to
sick.
The store? No, man. We've been out of commission, man. OOC, out of commission. Oh,
God.
yeah. So,
I know, it's like, you guys are bound to, run into each other. Hey, Savannah.
what's up, Savvy?
Look at that. I'm doing some, what's that stuff called?
Man, you haven't coughed all day, but isn't that just the way? The minute we go live, it all starts starts up, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm putting this over there because I know that is like loud.
Then-
Now, huh?
Right, and that's the noise it makes when, you touch them, it's like...
Oh, my beads?
Yeah, they're super loud. I feel like
I know.
I'm glistening.
It's okay.
You're not glistening.
Okay, so
All right,
now,
what
if
doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm waiting for you, pal.
Okay, well, I'm gonna start tuning in.
All right, well then tune in. So, because I'm just hopping on over to our actual live and seeing where we're at. Okay. So as he tunes in, Twist Baby, welcome. Oh, let me see here. Neuro, hey. I did not share this live on our Twitter. Or what is?
Doesn't matter, man.
I know. God.
Then why do you have it?
Right. He is the one who's like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter. I actually got TikTok for me. I'm going to tell you why. Because it involves music. And I've got some like really cute, funny like things planned out. Because Make It Yappy has the cutest little TikTok, by the way, of all her little doggies that she does. Her doggos from over there in Australia.
Post it.
Hmm?
I did post it.
Good.
Cool, yeah. So, all I did yesterday was, I know, I saw that you were on there, Savannah, so I followed you. I mean, like, I just, because it involves music, so I love that. I already got, like, one thing a little planned out, that we're going to do after this. Hey, you love. Hey, how's tricks, Denise? Denise is only on episode 8 of season 1 of The Crown, but she's watching us tonight, and I appreciate that because it's getting good, isn't it? Shay has already finished all the seasons of The Crown. I have moved on to some other shows. Grace and Frankie and Grace, and Cheer. I tried to watch some documentary about cats yesterday. Yeah.
I don't think that was about cats.
It was about a cat. Yeah. Thank you, Nero. I appreciate that. So it's just is tuning in. He's tuning in. He's going to, someone's knocking at the door and someone's ringing the bell. He looks down a lot. You guys probably already know this already, so why am I explaining it? But you know how it works. Let's see who comes in tonight, because I'm curious to see. Chelsea, download it, Mom. Yes. How do I sign up for TikTok? Nancy, oh my God, I love you. That cracks me up. Oh my God, TikTok. I know. It's not about cats. I mean, it is, but it ain't about cats. I mean, it's horrific. And I think after that first episode, I just went and looked up the rest of the story. It was a lot. It was a lot to process. And I can watch that stuff. But yeah. Hey, Zaria, how's it going? No, TikTok is not a, it's not a dating app. It's Tinder that you're thinking that's a dating app. 29. So,
Okay. That's what I needed.
Okay. So. Ooh. Got somebody coming. Hang tight, folks. I know. I thought it was a dating app. No, it is not a dating app. Yeah, I gotta find that. Because I gotta get that app that sends out automatic reminders for our lives. But I need more people to, I don't know. Okay. Do you? Thank you, Denise. I'm working it. Now I'm looking down and I'm looking up because the camera's up there, but the comments are down here. So it's like boom, 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 boom. So now as he haggles with the spirit that's coming through, I don't know why it makes me so jumpy. It's making me very jumpy tonight.
There's a reason for it.
Okay. So I won't do Snap. I'm sorry. I cannot do Snap. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth because of the filters and all that, because of the little face filters. So I can't do it, you know? You start meditation with singing bowls. Oh, wow. Help Nancy with she can't find it the app that can't find it in the app store. Are you spelling Tic Tac? That's probably what you're spelling if you just put in TikTok. God, that reminds me of don't stop, make it pop tonight. Okay.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
And I can tell this is going to be a serious one. All right, folks. Are we ready?
Okay, so I'm halfway not expecting any validations on this. Okay, so I've got a young lady coming through. And it is somebody that is close to her, obviously, that is watching. It's not anyone that is commenting. This I know. This is what she's telling me. Okay, so this girl has been missing for a while. These are difficult. This girl has been missing for a while, and she wants to the person who is watching this, who isn't chatting, who's got the young lady missing, and you're worried so much, and you don't know whether she's crossed, but you had a dream, a very strong dream of her. She has crossed. She's saying that she had trouble speaking in the dream because she was trying to let you know that she was strangled. But to not worry, that she's in heaven, and she came through to confirm for you so that you can... I'm just going to say it as she's giving it to me. So that you could start to make peace with it. Because what she's showing me is that the true horror for you is not knowing, was the uncertainty. And now the questions begin of where is she? The only thing that she can show me is like a wooded area. And she's saying that it is an area that is suspected as being where she may be, but but for whatever reason hasn't been searched thoroughly because it is a large stretch of area. Do I need to say that? So, and the thing is that if you do find, if people go and they search and they do find, I'm going to say remnants.
Remains.
I know what I'm saying.
Okay. Sorry. I just did what I said not to do.
I know what I'm saying. It's because this is so difficult, so incredibly difficult for me to say. And you know me, this is usually not.
It's okay.
I'm saying remnants for a reason because she was not buried; she was just dumped.
How old is she?
She looks like maybe late teens, early 20s. If she's older than that, she is presenting as younger. When did you go? When did you go missing? I'm not getting a win.
How long
Was it someone you knew? She doesn't know.
How long has she been on the other side?
That's impossible for them to tell.
I know.
I'm trying to get more information from her.
What was the last thing she remembers?
Leaving a store. Last thing she remembers is leaving a store. And then all went black. And just remembers someone like her being on her stomach in this wooded area. Like coming to and being on her stomach in this wooded area. And being sexually assaulted and then strangled and left. All right there.
So she knows that the person is on here tonight.
The person that she's giving this message to is essentially to not get mired down in all of those details.
Right. Because that's what they're...
This is just what she's showing me. The point of the message is to validate that the dream that this person had of her was a visitation dream. Because they woke up and it felt so real.
Did it give a state or name of who she, her name?
No.
Okay.
I'm not getting any of that.
Okay.
Because the feeling of it is that
Does she
she's wanting the closure to come from the fact that she's validating the fact that it was her coming through in the dream. Not so much, she's not worried about what happened to her in the physical.
I know.
Okay? That's very important. So she's like not coming through to help solve where she is. She's coming through to bring closure to the person who had this dream.
Right.
And because it was hell in not knowing.
Right.
Okay? So that is the point of why she's coming through. She's not feeling the need to give me any details given.
The personal nature, and it doesn't need to be out there. But
right.
the
Because
person
she's not wanting other people to pick it up and try to run with it
I
and
know.
try to figure it out.
No, and rightfully so. That's why I stopped.
Yeah.
So this person that's on, does she want them to get a hold of you privately?
That's up to them. It's
Okay.
She has nothing to do with me.
No, but I'm asking.
But-
I want you to ask her. Does she want that person to get a hold of you because you have done this before?
If they want to.
Okay.
If they want to, that's up to them.
Okay.
That's something that they would have to
Do would they
be okay with.
would if you were there in the physical, would you be able to help them, guide them with her assistance?
I see it. I can see the.
Would she come back and assist you, guiding them to where she is?
Definitely. Most definitely.
That's what I'm trying to tell them.
Yeah, most definitely.
So if you're on here and you're hearing this, I know this is heavy, and
It's a way to start it off. Yeah, so it's mainly her coming through to want to validate that dream, because I feel like that dream happened relatively recently, and it left this person feeling very confused, and it kind of like helped solidify that this may be they always knew that it was more
of course,
than likely a
she is in
possibility.
heaven, of course, Shay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But what I'm saying to this person who is out there, who's watching this, and this resonates with you, it's the one thing I didn't say.
And she's
tonight.
showing me,
It's the one thing I didn't.
she's making reference to like the color pink and the unicorn. So whatever that means. I don't know if it's a pink unicorn, but I feel like I need to say pink and mention a unicorn. And she's showing me some sort of a necklace, but yeah, those are never easy because especially if they haven't been found yet. You know.
But why I asked is that if this person, we dealt with this kind of situation before,
Yeah.
and we know how important it is for somebody to find the closure, and being in a wooded area and they're in
that's
a
why-
relatively close, contact him. Be brave enough to contact him.
And she's showing me a 64. So, I don't know what that means. Excuse me. So, yeah. Okay.
You can contact us on our Facebook page privately.
Mm-hmm.
We're just so sorry for your loss. This never gets easy.
No, it doesn't.
I'm just glad that they're on here tonight.
It was.
Oh God. Oh yeah, your hands are frigid.
Yeah. Like I said, right off the bat, I'm not expecting them to validate
No.
in a public forum like that.
Absolutely not when it's an open case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really hope you have enough faith and bravery to contact Justin. Please.
If not, it's okay.
If not, it's okay.
If
but
not, it's okay.
I don't know why. I just.
If not, it's okay.
I know.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, I said I wanted to get back to basics.
Well, that's what you do. And.
So.
You know. I'm going to stand my ground on this one. I'm going to say, please contact Justin. No, contact him. Please contact him. I met a mother who, her daughter is missing and still missing. She was murdered, and the location of their remains is very difficult. And Justin gave them the information that they needed and so forth. It's what I thought. It was amazing because I thought this woman wanted closure. She just wanted to hear from her mother. Her loved one. And I was so adamant about it. Like, I thought, no, there's no way. And she was like, nope. She was like, nope. I need to find her body. I know she's passed. She's okay. But I need to find her remains.
Yeah.
But it was what blew me away about this woman was through the grief of this situation, she saw different types of, she had dealt, because this is such a public case, that she's dealt with a lot of different people who they've lost a child in a situation, and some of them don't want to know anything. They just go recluse, and they don't want to. Not her. This woman has fought like you wouldn't believe. She has gone to the depths of hell and back, and talked to people, vermin, that maybe suspected who would know something.
Yeah.
That you wouldn't even, it's just, you never know. So I just think it's like, I know that everybody grieves differently, but it's like, you had that dream for a reason. So I hope that you have enough faith in yourself and in Justin and your loved one, to be brave enough to contact him, please, because I'm feeling that I need to say that.
Okay.
As a mother, I have to say that. It's important not to get in our head.
Mm-hmm.
Because the only way we can move forward in our grieving process is to find the body. It's the only... There's steps in this.
Yeah. Yeah,
it
look,
doesn't ever
I can
stop.
only deliver.
I know.
I
I know, but it's just, yeah. So,
that never gets easier, though. That's one of those things.
No.
Especially now, being a father, it's exponentially more difficult.
Yeah, I know.
So.
Okay.
Well, yet no one's come forward because I said they don't have to. I don't want them to. I don't want them to have to come forward in a public forum. given something like that, and that can easily be devastating news.
No,
And,
it's
well,
it's important. He
what-
said no one was going to come forward. He said no one was going to come forward because they're watching on here. This
They were just
person,
watching,
they're
yeah.
watching, and that this is not the forum for them to
No,
come.
because they have to. Now begins the. This man's a crackpot. Now begins the natural denial, and I'm. However, someone's got to work through it. It's going to be natural denial. It's going to be, no, this guy wasn't talking to me. But look, it's.
That's why
it
I
is
said,
what it is,
please
man. It's
be
fine.
still in your faith and hold strong. That, again, love never dies. If she came through and to validate that dream for you, please hold just strong in your faith and be brave enough for her to contact him. You know, most nights I always say you're the tragic medium, and that is why. Unfortunately, that is what you do.
Unfortunately.
So, yeah. Anyway,
So, yeah.
so if
Anyway,
you are, yeah, welcome.
try to keep
If
it-
you guys are all new, anybody here is new to. Whoa, man, hands are frigid. Hands are frigid. Yeah. Yeah. So you want to deal? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Naturally. All right, guys. Well, way to start off heavy, huh? All right. Just bear with me here. I'm trying to. Boy, I tell you what, those messages like that are never easy to deliver. Ever. Even when it's known. Okay. Okay, guys. All right. I'm trying to recoup and move on. It's not often that a reading shakes me, but just for some reason this one hit me a little bit, so I'm sorry. Bear with me here a sec.
section. Or
Yeah.
That's
You
it.
know what? Let me take a quick break. How many we watching now?
It's already, but let's take a quick break to keep people.
I'm gonna
Go
take
ahead.
a quick break. I'm gonna regain my composure, and we're gonna come right back in a couple of minutes. Okay? So you're not just sitting here looking at me going, duh. All right? We'll be right back. So if you gotta use the bathroom or whatever, now's your chance. All right, we'll be right back.
All right, we're
Hey,
back.
welcome back. Welcome back. Sorry about that, man. I needed a minute. For real. Wowee. Okay.
I'm going to say why he needed a minute. Okay, is that because he's seeing more information than you guys are getting. Okay, so it's not for him.
I know what I am to say and what I am not to say. And I said everything that I needed to say in order to get the message across. And that's not, it's not censoring myself by any means. It is giving only the pertinent information that would need to be given in a public forum.
Right. So anytime he deals with cases like this that involves, again, it's just like it's an open case.
Case.
He cannot give information,
No.
certain information. So what he sees is very detailed and very graphic. So he needs a minute to cleanse himself of that, because those are the things that bother him. Those are the things that are. Thank you. It's not the first time, and it won't be the last.
Yep. So, all right. Cool. Let's move on.
And you know what? I'm going to say this is why we all have to work together in a group of light.
Yeah.
Because she said they won't be, it wasn't the first, and they'll do it again.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but it pisses me off.
I know.
Okay.
All
All right,
Cool,
moving
cool,
on.
cool.
So, if you are just joining us, thank you for joining the Intuitive Couple. We ask that you please give us some thumbs up. If you're new here to Justin and Roseanne Cardoza,
Yeah.
psychic medium, I'm an intuitive, and paraphilosopher. Now, if you are wanting to hear from a loved one, we got to see who's waiting in the wings. We do that as a give back. If you're wanting a card reading tonight, all you have to do, if you want to donate just out of the kindness of your heart, and you like what you see on here, and you want to support Dominic for all this,
All of
then
this.
you hit the PayPal button. It should
or
be the
whatever.
link. Yeah.
Now it's like, oh man, okay. All best laid plans go out the window, man. Just
Right?
But it's okay. It's
And
all
if
good.
you're wanting a card reading, we only do full card spreads. So that is $25. Okay, so you can hit that. You don't need a PayPal account to do that. Yeah. So, and maybe that's what you need is a card reading, because
Who, me? You want to do a card reading for me?
no, I said maybe you need to do a card reading.
Oh.
You know, like just kind of,
cleanse.
yeah.
Just kind of
To kind of, keep it moving. Even though I know these people are wanting to hear spirits.
Yeah, man. I know. I'm working on it. That's the thing, though. You know,
Oh.
it's like.
Switch over, son. Justin, your viewer left. I felt her go nut. She got the message.
Yeah, I know. So, okay.
All right. So anyway,
We keeps it moving.
keeps it moving. Who do you got in the wings?
No. Strangely quiet in here tonight, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Little bit quiet. It usually feels a lot more ruckus, like a lot more ruckus energy than right now. I'm reading feels like it.
Hi, Regina. Welcome.
Welcome.
If you are new to Justin and Roseanne Cardoza, the Intuitive Couple, welcome.
Yeah.
And make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so that way you get notified when we go live. We go live every Saturday night. I would have went on live this week by myself and did
There's too much sickness going on.
turn around sickness going around, yeah.
Too much
Yeah.
sickness going on.
I know,
So,
seems like the energy is a bit more chill. I know, so we need somebody to shake it up. So let's go. Come on.
booyah.
Like last week, last week, it was the week before. No, it was last week. You felt it coming on. I was like, no, it's all in your head. Next morning, Sunday.
I was hoping it was all in my head, but it wasn't. What?
He's asking Dominic if he likes Doritos.
Oh, Doritos.
Those important questions,
Yes.
Yeah, Nero's like, well, that got heavy.
It was heavy. I'm trying to
Yeah.
lighten
Hi,
it up.
Bobby. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're new, we're just waiting for the spirit to come in. We just had one that came in.
Yeah.
And that one just left.
Mm-hmm.
So JD asked how you get a card reading. Card readings are $25. They're full card readings. They're angel card readings. So the cards tell you what you need to hear. Not what you want to hear, but what you need to hear at this very moment. It can be a guidance card reading, new year reading, whatever it is that you are trying to sort out. And I'll tell you what, though, they get down into the nooks and crannies of your soul, the things that we aren't ready to face, the things that we need clarity on. That is what a card reading is for.
Indeed.
So if you're wanting that, hit the link, and you can pay for that with Amazon. Why did I say Amazon? Why would I say that?
I don't know.
That's weird. Okay. I don't know.
Okay, all right, let's see. Well, I had planned on being more chatty, but
I
now
know.
I had planned on being more chatty tonight. I really did. And I'm like, oh my gosh, man. Okay, I'm still...
Well, you had some ideas. Like, you were trying to tell me. Well, remember last time you were like, we need to do, part of the show as kind of like a coast-to-coast thing where people could call in and,
Yeah.
You know.
I still think that that's a good idea. You know what I mean? And make it more interactive with the phone line and everything. I think people love it when people, like, if we're doing readings and people call in,
Right.
So that is...
Exactly.
And just talk about, different things. Like, we could talk about near-death experiences, if anybody's had one.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
know a couple of people on here have probably had one. Right? So, and just kind of, just get their side of the story. That was always kind of my my thing, like, as to what I think one of the things that we could do, dedicate part of it to that, right?
Yeah, we're chatty. I mean, like, I almost drowned as a kid, but Mom doesn't remember. JD needs help. I'm trying to... Now, if you want to call in to do a card reading, you can also call in. Oh my gosh. I'll let you answer all the questions.
Okay.
I gotta do something, so.
All right. Cool enough. So, Twist Baby. Who is that? Who is Twist Baby?
Susan?
I know. Is it
Susan.
all these aliases?
Susan.
Yeah. No, I know. Susan, I thought I've answered that for you already, like a while ago, didn't I? That was your grandfather. Yeah. Yeah. I think I answered that. I may have. Maybe that was someone else. I don't know. They all kind of run together after so many. But yeah, first shot. Granddad. Yeah, and check it out. That wasn't an isolated thing. The times when you feel like something brushes against your feet, that's him doing it still to this day. Yeah. Man, he's having a good time, isn't he? Okay. Let's see what's happening. This is where we need, like, little cutscenes and stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know, right? Instead, I'm going to play some creepy church organ. Would you like to hear that?
Sure, why not?
I thought that is PayPal.
It is, but there, you know, if the Streamlabs one doesn't work, then you can just go through. Right, I guess it's not working. That's lovely. The sound effects.
Oh, God bless. I have a question. Can someone become clairaudient and empathic? Or, oh, God, please with the empathic stuff.
All right, so here's the thing.
I cannot.
Okay, you did that. I got it. So,
I'm not saying anything against you.
can you become clairaudient and empathic? Well, here's the thing. Two totally different things, right? So there's a spectrum of abilities. All right. So this is one of the things that I teach is at lightworkereducation.org, right? Is there's a spectrum of abilities. Human beings, and I call it ability, not a gift, because every human being has some sort of ability. Call it instincts, call it intuition, call it gut feeling. All right, we've all had them. But there's levels to this stuff, right? So the first level is just being sensitive, right? Just that's ordinary. Everybody's a little sensitive to something. Okay? That's the baseline level. Then you have empathetic or empath, right? Everyone's got empathy unless you're a sociopath, right? So, but being an empath in and of itself is if you are an empath, and let me define this. An empath is someone who can pick up that there's something going on energy-wise, like if they walk into a room, right? And put it this way. A sensitive walks into a room, and after talking with some people, they notice that there's a vibe in the room, right? But they can't really put their finger on it. An empath will walk into that same room, know that there's a vibe, but also get the fact that it's coming from this general direction over here, and know that it's related to loss. Like somebody lost someone, you know, so there's grief in the room, right? Because they take it on themselves. Then you have psychic, which is the third level. Psychic would know that it's loss, that someone lost someone, and they may even be able to say, hey, Bob over there in the corner lost someone. Now, a psychic medium would be able to come in, feel all of that, know Bob lost someone, but also know that Bob lost his grandmother, and oh, there she is, and can communicate with her. That's kind of like a rough outline of these things, right? I say that you don't want to be an empath because being an empath, being stuck in that stage, is not good. And I'll tell you why. Because when you are too empathetic and you cannot control the energies coming into you, right? So if you're at the grocery store, you go into the meat department and you feel sad and depressed. Then you go into the cereal aisle and you feel ecstatic and bouncy. And then you go over and pick up a can of soup. And now all the people that you're going around, and now you're feeling this intense rage and you don't know why. You're thinking you're nuts. You're bipolar because your emotions are doing this. Why? Because you're picking up everyone's energy all around you. That's what happens when you're an empath. And you may not even know, you don't even know where it's coming from. Okay? Now, should you do like readings for other people as an empath? My opinion is no. And here's why. Because it is possible for you to be so empathetic that you actually end up victimizing not only the person that you're reading, but yourself as well. Let me explain. An empath, if you're sitting down with somebody who is mourning or has depression problems, is trying to get over it, and you're being very empathetic and you're stressing that you understand why they're so sad and this and that and really focusing on their feelings at the moment. All that's doing is re-emphasizing that depressed energy in a person that is already depressed. And likewise, you're taking that energy on yourself as well and not knowing how to cleanse it. Therefore, you're not only victimizing yourself because now you're feeling depressed and you don't know how to get rid of it because they got into your vibe, but you've also made them unwittingly and unknowingly and totally unintentionally made them feel worse, because all of that empathy is really darkness, because you're just stressing and focusing on that negative energy that they're feeling. These empaths, from my experience, spend so much time trying to emphasize the fact that they understand the pain that someone is going through, that all they're doing is emphasizing and amplifying said pain.
Mm-hmm.
So, how do we get past that, right? That has nothing to do with clairaudience, okay? Clairaudience is one of the psychic senses, right? We have clairvoyance, clear seeing, clairaudience, clear hearing, clairsentience, clear feeling, and you have clairgustance and it's smelling and tasting, odd ones out that rarely occur, right? That doesn't happen until you hit psychic stage, which is the next stage up. So if you're an empath, you can easily develop yourself to get to that psychic stage, because it boils down to control. So there's a 5-step system that we have in place with lightworkereducation.org, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And the 5-step system is awareness, right?
Mm-hmm.
Control.
No.
What? What is it?
It's awareness, understanding, control.
Awareness, understanding, control.
Yes.
And then
Share.
Sharing.
And teaching.
And teaching.
But nobody's at that level.
No one gets to the teaching level yet, right? The important ones are understanding. So understanding comes with understanding.
Well, awareness. When you become aware of what you are and what you have, it makes...
I jump ahead.
I know you're jumping ahead, because most of these people are in the control stage. And with empaths particularly, in order to get past that stage, to stop being in this hellish, jail of your own emotions, it really is. It really is. That's why, when people say, I'm sensitive, I'm an empath. Well, good for you. I don't care. Really, get on with it. Let's move on past it. If you want to evolve, you got to get out of that, because that is not a badge of honor. It's not. It's not. So, okay, you're aware of it. Now, what do you do with it? Well, now we have to understand it, right?
Right.
We have to understand it. And how do we understand it? Well, in order to be effective, we have to understand ourselves. Okay? And so many people, they think they understand themselves, but they do not understand themselves. It will break you. The self-introspection part of understanding, the understanding stage, will literally break a person's mind. Seen it happen. So, then you get to, once you can get past that part, and there's a lot of different things that go in, that are involved in under, it's not just all introspection. There's the control part. It's all kind of melded together, meshed together. So, and then controlling it. How do you control how do you control your abilities? Well, you control them by different means. Now, not everybody who is an empath or a sensitive will, they can get past those stages. Will they be readers? No, it doesn't mean necessarily. Doesn't necessarily mean that. Will they be on? No, but do you know how many people are on YouTube or on Facebook, for God's sakes, who are giving messages and they don't know how to read energy? It's about learning how to read energy. Because when you read energy, it doesn't matter if they passed or they're alive. You can do anything. Reading energy, but that's in the control stage. It's about knowing how to protect yourself. It's about knowing how to read a situation and how to it's I'm not going to get into it. If you want to know more about it.
But clairaudience comes with control. Simple as that. Stepping out of that empath stage and into the psychic stage, you will develop one of the psychic senses, and that one will usually lead to the others.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's different for each person.
Yeah, and here's the thing. It's like, and we do have lightworkereducation.org, and we have our students are on here, and they, but the thing with that is that even to get into Lightworker, you have to be read by Justin. Not everybody can get in. We don't just accept anybody, because there is information that
you don't want falling into the wrong hands, into a fraudster's hands. You don't want to teach a fraudster these things. You know what I mean? That would actually make them sound credible. Absolutely not.
No.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't believe that,
You can't teach it. It's got to be there's got to be a level of innate ability.
Yeah, there's a baseline there.
Yeah,
there's a baseline. It's like people who go and they buy cards and they think, if you see somebody on YouTube, or not even YouTube, Facebook, the Facebook people, and they're reading from a friggin' book, the card means this. No, the card means in God's, because the card doesn't mean the same thing for everyone. Mm-hmm. It doesn't mean what it means in the book. The card takes on the energy. They all tell a story. That's why you don't pull one card or 3 cards or 4 cards, or no, you got to tell the story about that person. Because listen, I know I can't sum myself up in one sentence. I can, no. And what, like 3 lines? I'm not a pun or what
haiku?
Is it? A haiku? Hell no, I'm not a haiku. Okay.
Lord knows you ain't.
Yes, I know. He's doing the cards. He knows that.
I know. Do they want to call in though? Because we can call in.
I don't know. Curly Peanut, can I call you by your real name? He paid for a card reading, and I don't know if
JD is a she.
Oh, JD is a she?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't need to know the name. I've been doing this since before names.
Okay, so here's the thing about the poor me stage of life. That's a victim.
That's not
I loathe victims.
Well, clarify. Mentality. Victim mentality. Everything.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Right? Because look.
I'm sorry about that. Like, no, I'm reading her thing. Poor me stage of life. There are people who are, a victim mentality. Yes. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just saw that and I just feverishly went like blank, because it's like, I can't, it's like,
Yeah, no. That's actually a really, really good question, Bobby. That was a good, insightful question.
No, that is a
yeah,
good question.
There's no such thing as stupid questions.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Absolutely
Okay,
not.
well, thank you so much. Well, sorry if my questions are, but I'm in the realizing stage, like you say. I've definitely been hearing things, and in music, it's actually overwhelming and have no idea how. Well, Bobby, why don't you contact Justin? Go to our Facebook page, like and follow that, okay? But message Justin, because honestly, I think you'd be surprised. Savannah, who was on here, she found us. She came on our page on YouTube and watched us one time, and she was having the same thing with her. Very overwhelming. She was everything was just really chaotic, and she joined Lightworkers. I mean, she went with Justin, boom, and things are, under control. So yeah, you should, right there. Savannah's responding to you. You should call. You can't hurt. Exactly. So it takes a lot of guts to ask a question and to want to understand more about yourself and why you're dealing with these things. So when I poo-poo somebody about the empath, I don't like the word empath. I just think that we're better than that. We're better than
If
that.
you're an empath, you are better than that.
You are better than that.
Don't pigeonhole yourself.
Right. That's
You've
what
got
I'm saying.
so much more to offer.
Right.
It's really it's a positive thing. What we're trying to
Say is really
but
positive.
Again, that if you are stuck on that empath tip, it's real easy to victimize yourself. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, look, you have so much. If someone's an empath, you have so much more to offer. You need to develop. You know what I mean? Don't stop there and be like, I'm an empath. Oh, it's a badge of honor. Because guess what? It ain't about you.
Mm-hmm.
That's
It's not about you. It's the number one rule. It's that it's not about you. It's never about you. It's
about helping people.
Right. Right.
Other people.
It's been so helpful. I've been researching what's going on. So you have no idea how helpful right now. Well, Bobby, I really encourage you to reach out to us on Facebook, because I can guarantee you that things that we have, and I'm going to toot our own horn because I think we're, like I said, we've been doing this for 18 years. He's been doing this for 18 years. The knowledge and the information that we have to give to other up and coming, light workers is stuff that you're not going to find on the internet. I can guarantee you that. There is no doubt about it. And there is girl, blast that horn. Yep. Make it yappy. She knows. Dana knows. Shay knows. Savannah knows. Yeah, so there you go. Well, that's good, Bobby. That's a good thing, because I don't know how you found us. So, I mean, and if you say, I don't know, you just popped up. Well, there you go. Your story will be like many others. So, and Erin, she's a longtime viewer. She knows all our stuff that we talk about. She's been watching us from way back in the day. A lot of people on here they know what we talk about. This is just very kind of, So, all right, Justin's going to give a card reading right now to JD.
Were they wanting to?
They said, JD said,
However, it's normally done.
Yeah.
That's fine. Choice is theirs, though.
What do you mean, choice is theirs?
Do
Do you want an overall generalized?
Well, no.
No,
Like
it's
if they want to call in or not.
Oh, do you want to call in, JD, or not?
It's no problem.
No problem. I'll put the
We
number
got the
in.
man with the plan.
The number in.
Got the man with the plan over there. All right.
Hold on, I'll put the number in a second. Just
Did you put the number in the thing?
yeah, I'll do that now.
If they choose to call.
Yep.
I want that coast to coast voice saying it. Call 918 200-9706.
Well, you sound like a mesothelioma commercial right now. You know, if you or your loved one.
Diagnosed with, oh, you know what? I can probably pull that. Hold on.
No, let's not. We're trying to focus. We'll do that after.
Later. Everyone knows the commercial, man. Now I got these big doofy things on my head.
Oh my god, they're not that bad.
We'll see.
You're like, with them. Like, it's not that big of a deal.
Denise. I forget. Denise. She knows. She too. Listen, Denise goes, wait, she knows. She came all the way. She drove all the way from her hometown, 9 hours away, 11 hours away, to come and meet us in person. So she could feel our energy, to see if we were the right fit for her.
It's kind of creepy.
I know. She's a friend. I mean, look, she's been watching us. She got a very personal reading from her father, came through one night. We're like, it was just
keeping an eye on the thing.
It was just,
Yeah, alright, cool. We're on, she's on.
Oh, she's on.
Hello? I need you to turn that up. Alright, hang on 1 second.
How's that?
No.
How's that?
Alright, let's try it. Can you say something again, JD?
Louder.
A little bit down, louder.
Down, louder.
All the way.
All the way.
Alright, come now.
There we go. Now I can. Alright. Kind of sorry, trying to have Dominic turn the volume up here, so. Alright, so. Thank you so much for.
So I can see if everyone else can hear her.
Can you guys, everybody else online, can everybody hear her? People saying you
Let's
might want
say,
to
all right.
speak up again.
Say test. 1 2 1 2.
Nope, they can't hear her, Dom.
Yes, I know. It's supposed to work. Just
Get along with this one then. She said she has a big mouth too. That's what's so surprising. Nah, this is
Alright, they should be able to hear her now.
Okay.
okay.
Can they
How
hear her?
about?
Then you guys should be
Tina
able to
says
hear
there
her now.
She is.
There she is. Okay.
I'm here.
All right, cool.
There,
Cool.
they hear
All
you
right,
now.
thank you. All right, so JD, is this your first time watching us?
This is the first time live that I'm
Oh,
at. Yeah, I always have to see it late. I always miss it because I just found you guys recently and just doing this search on YouTube. And when I found you, I was a day late and $1 short to watch the live show, so I watched it later.
cool.
So this time I said I'm going to make sure I watch it live.
All right, well,
That's
so
awesome.
that's awesome, man. That's awesome to hear. Well,
Thank you.
and
Yeah.
thank you for your vote of confidence, and thank you for joining us on our little
On
little
in our little
shindig here.
community that we have here.
Yeah, I say it's the best people on the internet, man. I've been saying that for a while, and it's true.
yeah.
It's proven week in and week out. So yeah, definitely. Welcome to the stream. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right. So have you had a chance to see any of the card readings that we do?
No, I haven't. So this
Okay.
will be the first.
Okay. Now, have you ever had a reading before?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I have.
Okay. All right. So basically, the card reading is just a general overall. The way that I do it is a general overall reading. Now, understand that as I'm flipping these, you're going to get input from both sides because Lily put this best earlier tonight, and she was like, Justin is the more spiritual one. The more he comes to it with a spiritual point of view, where Roseanne is the philosophical point of view. Is an excellent
Okay,
breakdown.
yeah.
That's
so
what I say.
if she chimes in, she's gonna give you possibly a different spin on something.
A different take. Yeah, it's not a conflicting. It joins together.
Yeah,
We're yin
absolutely.
and yang together.
Okay.
Right, I can hear you when you are doing it, and I'm watching you guys work. I can really see that the differences, but yet you mesh well, and it makes sense. So I understand what you're saying.
Well, thank
good.
you. That's
All right,
good to
cool.
know. I'm glad it's resonating. And see, Lily gets a gold star because she's heard me say that. So I'm glad Lily has conveyed that to the people. And all right, so he is going to pull these cards. Well, I'm sure you can see it. So
Yes, it's a little behind, I think, on
it is. It's
YouTube.
just a little bit behind.
It's a lot better than what Facebook was.
Oh yeah, there was such
Yes.
a delay on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Stop him.
All right. So, first card that comes up, the heart card, or the anchor card, as Roseanne says,
Yep.
is the You're a Leader card. I don't know. I hope you can see that. Now, this card is coming out upside down.
That's kind of
Now-
hard to see. Yeah.
Okay. So, the first set, I'm going to go through the first three that I pulled. It's
Okay.
followed by the Generosity card and Learning Experience.
No, you can't.
Now, what I'm feeling from this is that it feels like recently that you have had some sort of a major setback personally. And this has, and it's really because you know that you are a very outspoken leader. Leadership qualities abound within you.
Oh, I
This-
just told you I had a big mouth.
Well, that's true. But people can have a big mouth without having leadership qualities. Two totally different things. Okay. But it feels like that your generosity was taken advantage of. And people mistook your kindness for weakness. And this is a learning experience. I mean, it's not the first time that it's happened, but it's the first time that it's affected you in such a profound way. That's what the learning experience is, because now you find yourself fighting off this feeling of becoming jaded towards people and wanting to withdraw, because your mind, which goes into the
Retreat card, which is right above the You're a Leader card.
Right.
Right.
Your mind is telling you, like it's sheer force of will that's preventing you from completely going into this cocoon stage.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes an incredible act of bravery and, like we were saying earlier, introspection and knowing yourself. There's a very high level of maturity and understanding who you are and what you're all about that's kind of helping you through this process. Now, and that's what the learning experience
Yeah,
is,
and
right?
I want to note that the learning experience card is not upside down. It is upright, but it's right next to the Your Leader card. And that's important. That means that she received it. She's working through it. But it's a
Right.
little
You're feeling the stutter step.
right.
The stutter step is that lack of steady progress, because you got the steady
It's
progress
it-
card
it's upside down.
which is disturbing you in a way, you know, and it's really trying to set in this layer of confusion as to everything. Like, it's this whisper that you're dealing with, this whisper, and I can only describe it as darkness, trying to whisper to you in, like, things aren't what you always thought, you see, and, you know, like, oh, it was only luck that got you this far, and things like that are playing in your minds constantly, that you're constantly battling, and it's really I feel like it's taking a toll emotionally and spiritually. But I've got to tell you, you've got this thing licked. I mean, what your mind is, what your heart is telling you, it's such a contradiction, because one thing is saying, man, I need to be wary of people. But then the other part of you is like, no, because I'm a generous person. That's who I am. I'm not the one that's going to be judged for this situation, whatever that is. I need to keep being me. That's the attitude that you have to carry forward. That's the attitude that requires this level of bravery. Okay? And this is getting back to, this is just who you've been since a child. All right? And speaking your truth.
You've got two of my favorite cards, which is Speak Your Truth and the Be Brave card. And I always love the Speak Your Truth card, because to me, you immediately shouted, you blurted out, I've got a big mouth, well, and and it takes a certain kind of person to speak their truth, but to be brave enough to speak your own truth, because even when we get shook to the core, because that's when we do want to retreat from things. We question every word and thing that we just overanalyze stuff, and we question our words. Should I do this? Should I, we question our words, we question our thoughts, we question our actions.
And see, this is a new thing. This is a new thing for her. Totally new. And it's wild because we get the child card coming up, right? And when I say that this is all new, is that you're very stubborn in a good way, as to you are who you are, and you never let anything dissuade you from being anything but who you were. That's the child. That's the soul that is within you. It's a warrior spirit is what you have. And you've never let anything dissuade you from who you are and what you're about. Even as a child, and seeing the things that you saw.
Yep.
Which is huge, because other people, lesser people, weaker people, would have collapsed under the weight that you carried as a child. Okay? Now, the last card that I'm getting here is that this is a temporary setback. Like I said, it's a learning experience. Okay? Because now you're doing battle with these negative thoughts that are slowly creeping in that you've been so good at boxing out. But you're going to be victorious in the battle, and you're going to get back to that unification of who you know yourself to be. It's about, right now, I just feel like I'm just giving you confirmation that, yes, listen to the part that says, this is who you are, and not letting those clever negative whispers in your mind take root. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because darkness works as a seed. Right? And we get hit with seeds all day long, all over the place, right? And it's just, what is a seed? A seed is small, it's inert, it can't do anything until you give it soil and water.
Right.
You know, and the soil is any kind of negative feelings that we carry around with us, right? Due to that seed being planted. So if we carry that with us, now we've covered it with soil. But if we continue to dwell on these negative feelings, that's us watering that seed, allowing it to take root, and it becomes exponentially harder to get rid of it.
Okay.
And I feel like that seed is trying to plant itself in you, because it's these clever whispers that you're not used to hearing, and it's making you question yourself. Don't. You're on the right path. Continue to follow what you know to be true.
Okay.
Okay? Follow your gut instinct. And you're going to be okay, because your gut instinct is what's gotten you to this point. It wasn't luck.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes.
And so the last card is the marriage card. What this means is that these two battling entities of yourself, because I know right now it feels like normally, like say this is your soul, this is your body, we walk around like that, right? And we are in lockstep. But right now what it feels like is there's a slight disconnect and you're kind of off kilter a little bit, like that, right? And so this marriage card is just telling me you're going to get past that and merge back into one. Okay?
Yeah. When we get shook to the core, it's like it breaks us apart. And we're not,
We don't feel like ourselves. Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I didn't hear what you said.
Oh, I said we don't feel like ourselves.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So the marriage card is always it's a unification of the two separate yous. That's exactly what it is. Because, and I know this from personal experience, you know, there isn't, the only way we can do that by unifying ourselves is through the learning experience and being brave enough to recognize that this will pass. You know,
It always feels like I'm being tested. I think that's where I get so, it's exhausting,
right,
you know.
right,
Yep, that's the learning experience.
right.
Think about it. Everything that we ever learn, how do we know if we fully learned it unless we're tested on it?
Now, people like to use the word, oh, this is a lesson. No, the lesson comes after you've experienced so many different experiences, you know, and then when we start to have this, like, okay, like cognitive, like awareness, okay, wait a minute, I think I'm like, I don't want to make this mistake again. Like, people suddenly wake up and they realize, okay, this is not working for me. Okay. Then we do it again and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. But you just said that magic word. I feel like I'm being tested. Well, that's a very it's a punching point for you, because that's where the experience starts to kind of turn to where we're going to learn the lesson. Now, I always, because this is from how I put it in perspective for anybody. This is, stuff I've gone through in my own life. Our experiences that we go through in our life, whether they're successes or failures, they're meant for us to go through. We have to go through these experiences in life in order for us to chalk it up and get to the lesson. To say, okay, we've learned the lesson. But just because we've learned the lesson doesn't mean that we'll make those same mistakes again. Of course we will. Maybe not, I mean, I got lucky in the marriage department, finding my husband. That I don't have to make that I learned my lesson from past loves, and so I knew, so that's one lesson I'm thankful for that I learned. Mm-hmm. But in other areas of our lives, we have, we're human beings. We have, that free will in us, and we're not perfect. So yeah, the lesson can, we learn it, but sometimes it doesn't stick, and that's okay. That's okay. The most important thing is that we don't retreat. We don't retreat, and we don't get so down on ourselves that we fall away from the person that you're supposed to be, that you are inside.
Mm-hmm.
And
like I was saying, it's so exhausting sometimes, and then I have to get up and slap myself around and just snap out of it. This is, and then I get almost angry where I get mad at myself. It's like, come on, get up. You know what I mean? It's just exhausting.
Okay, so a part of this is also heredity trying to step in as well. So who's the older woman who had, I don't know if it was heart troubles or past of heart troubles or tightness in the chest? Because and the reason that I'm getting that is it's this intense feeling of this of it's really an older woman coming through, and I really do feel like this is for you because it's connected to this. The heart, I feel tightness in the chest, heart trouble, but the main thing is that they weren't exactly the most positive outlook. They didn't have the most positive outlook on life. And they're wanting, and it's this intense feeling of wanting to say, I'm sorry for never saying things like, I'm proud of you, you can do it. It's always more of, why would you want to do that? More of always a negative questioning of you rather than, I believe in you, and it's this intense remorse that came over me with this woman, but she's showing me a wooden spoon, and so for me.
I'm sorry, I had to laugh. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I take it
Something
that makes sense.
Something just clicked. That's all.
Huh?
Something just clicked when you said that. So okay.
So yeah, and it's wanting to come through and rectify that now in the fact that she is incredibly proud of you.
Wow.
And there's a 24 associated with her. She's showing me the number 24.
24.
So 24 to me, I'm gonna leave it with you. Normally it would be a day of the month.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think if that was the day, but I'll have to look that up.
That's okay. It's usually the psychic amnesia happens.
I know you weren't expecting this,
right?
Okay,
no,
but this is how a private reading would go down. He always starts with the cards, and then people hop in.
Blew me out of the water with that one thing. It was like, whoa, because I was totally in another direction. 'Cause, 'cause, 'cause I was totally in another direction. 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 'Cause I was totally in another
and I'm hearing something like she's making reference to the twins. I don't know if that means, I don't know what she's, it doesn't have the feeling of actual twins though. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what she's trying to show me. I don't run. So immediately after, it felt like Gemini is the twins, right? But I'm like, I am not a astrological
person,
type person.
Right.
I'm a natural psychic medium. So I'll leave that with you as well. But the important thing coming through here is this sense of pride in how strong that you've come up.
Wow. Okay.
So when she showed me the wooden spoon, what that typically means for me is like, that's one of my symbols as meaning like the cook in the family. Okay.
Can also knock people in the head with it, so.
That too.
That's why I was laughing, but she was also a cook, so yeah.
She's the one you hear rustling around at night. The knocks and bangs on the wall. So, but yeah, essentially, it feels.
Does that make sense to you?
Well, that part, I'm not sure because we live on a property where we used to have another home on this property, and I actually had a visitor in the other house, and then I saw someone, but it wasn't anyone I knew. So I've had visitors before, and they were knocking around in the kitchen. I finally had to yell at them to shut the hell up and get that out. And then we ended up selling that place, and we got a different place, and I haven't really experienced anything here since. But I haven't paid attention to it. I haven't, we have a lot of noises here, but I just chalk it up to other things. So I've never really put it to anything.
Well, I can only give what I'm getting. And what I got was like, it felt like knocks and bangs, almost like on the wall, like very odd, unusual sounds. So whether it's where you're at now, or I just give what I'm getting. I'm not getting a location. It's just a confirmation of that this was who was coming through with that.
Okay.
All right. They just see it as an opportunity to kind of like, for whatever reason, jump in and give that little bit of that they are
just
proud
said
of.
That. I'm so sorry to interrupt you, but I just heard a knock. That was weird. I just heard a knock in here.
Yeah. There
That's
you go.
very strange. Okay,
No.
That was weird.
I can only give what I get. So, validation. Thank you.
Exactly.
So there you have it. It's not anything anything bad or intended on harm. It's meant to be comforting, and it's just really there's an immense sense of there's a duality with it. There's a sense of they're sorry that they weren't as supportive in life as they should have been, but they're incredibly proud of you now in the strides and the things that you've overcome.
Wow. Well, that's a really nice message.
Okay.
Surprising, but a very nice message.
All right. And it's kind of fading back. It was a real quick popping.
Wow.
And so, yeah, but essentially, that's does everything make sense for you so far?
The cards.
Yeah, a lot of things did hit home, and that one that totally took me, as I said, a totally different direction because I was not even over there.
Kind of goes in.
And-
It goes in
yeah.
line with what I said at the very
Yeah.
beginning of tonight, right? Is that you've got to be open to whoever's coming through,
Right.
Like because
Right.
we all get in our mind that we want to hear from Joe, and you're
Right.
only thinking of Joe, but you know.
Right.
Samantha comes through or whatever,
Right.
you know, somebody else comes through, and because you're only thinking of Joe, you're like, nope, that doesn't make sense, nope, that doesn't make sense. And then later on it's like, oh, wait a minute,
Yeah.
I get that
Yeah.
so much. Like a couple
when
of
you
days
said
later,
wooden spoon, I about lost it. That was funny. It was like, oh my God. It totally blew me away because that was like the nail on the head right there.
good,
Good.
Or the wooden spoon on the head.
right? Yeah, so
And then to get a knock during it.
Yeah, that was really strange. I was just sitting here, and it was like a knock.
Well, that was just to let you know.
just to let you know
No,
that they're
that
there
they're-
with you.
They're there with you. And there's no
In the
such
here and
thing as a
now.
coincidence.
No.
Like, I mean, he's given a reading before, and the person coming through was like, he is sending lots and lots of roses.
Oh yeah,
And there was a knock at the door, and there was a man delivering roses.
literally,
So,
it was literally
I mean,
that
it was
fast.
at that very moment. So,
It was,
yeah.
and I didn't even grasp it because I was so in the zone.
His own, yeah.
They're
Like,
like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone's freaking out. Like, oh my God. I'm like, what?
so,
They're
yeah.
like, oh,
You're
it's
like
roses.
You're like,
I'm
well,
like,
I live
what?
in a
What do
you
you
know a
mean? I
place
don't-
where there's lots of noises, so I just try to chalk it up. Okay, you're not for sure. Here you go. Knock, knock, knock. There you go.
Yeah.
Just another confirmation for you.
Wow, because I never pay attention. Like I said, I just would disregard things I'd hear, you know.
Right.
And but this one was just like it was one loud knock, and it was not like a cracking of a, you know, the house settling or anything. It was a knock. So that's what just threw me off. That's why I'm sorry I had to interrupt you. But it was like, whoa, wait
Oh,
a second,
no.
what's going on here?
Yeah, that's how it goes. I love it when
Wow.
that
Yeah,
happens.
me too.
I love it because real-time validation is awesome. Always.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
trusting us enough and being open enough to allow us to read you like that. So thank you so much.
Thank you. You all have a wonderful evening, and I really enjoyed it, and I will continue to watch.
Well, we love to have you. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Alrighty.
All right. Bye-bye.
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 So that's usually how a private reading goes down. I think that's the first time that Spirit has jumped in while doing a card reading live, right?
Right, yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, cool. So that's how that goes.
I don't know if we're off the air or what.
We're not off the air, I don't think.
No. I meant like on the
You
phone.
you
call.
have to click on the red.
okay, I got it. Okay.
If she hung up, it should
She
have
hung up,
disconnected automatically.
Yeah, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Can you do that for me? Thank you.
Mama, I
Hey.
want a cake.
Okay. So,
All right. So. All right.
Downtown
Well,
me.
All right. So, if this is your first time here with us, a quick
Here we go.
intro. Sorry, I'm
I want a
regathering,
cake.
regrouping. My name is Justin Cardoza. I am a psychic medium, intuitive consultant known as the Tragic Medium. This is my wife, Roseanne Cardoza.
and
she is-
together we are
are
the
the
intuitive
intuitive
couple. Yeah. So
Yes.
what you are witnessing here tonight, we're doing spirit readings. It's Give It Back Saturday, where we give spirit readings. If you're wanting a full card reading, it is $25, and you can hit that. Is Mom in there, Manna? I'm not for sure. Is Mom here? I don't know. You'd have to find out. You have to be open to it.
Is Elvis still around? Hey, you know, that may have been a legit question if it was like in the 90s, but I think even if he was, I think by now he'd have passed.
Yeah.
Just due to old age and drug abuse.
Yeah, that's true.
So let's call that one good, right?
well,
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
Betty White's
you know.
still alive.
Huh?
Betty White's still alive.
Although-
Never.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's
king
true.
lives forever, of course. I'm an Elvis fan. I love
Yeah.
Elvis.
Mama.
Mario? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so on that note, if there are no other takers on for cards, we are going to end this live.
Yeah, we'll call it good there. But if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like, and hit the bell
thumbs.
notification. We go live every Saturday night doing give back spirit readings, like you
Right.
just saw.
Right, and
which
if you
just so
want
happened to
a
pop in.
private reading, a private psychic mediumship reading,
Yeah.
you can contact us over on our Facebook page, and definitely,
Yeah.
you know, we're also on Instagram as well. So, on that note, we will catch you guys
Absolutely.
next Saturday night.
Saturday night. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.